What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fantasy Goods, and you know what time it is. It's start 'em, sit 'em, trade 'em. We'll give you three options, and out of those three options, you have to start one, you got to sit one, and you got to trade one. And today, you know me, Ben Barsolona, here on the reg every week. Today, we also have my boy, Jerome Otis-Harris, Big Poppy Crush, and of course, my boy, Adam Dobies. All right, so let's get this starting off right now.
Let's do it.
All right. Cue the music. All right. So we're going to talk about some wide receivers right now. We got Chase Claypool going against Tennessee. We got OBJ going against Cincy. And we got Darius Slayton going against Philly. Start one, sit one, trade one.
All right. Big Ben, we're going to go with Chase Claypool. We're going to start him. He's doing a lot of work. He's giving us numbers. Big Ben has faith in him, so I feel like we should start him this week. To sit him, we're going to go with Darius Slayton. I just feel like the Giants are not doing nothing, so he's not going to do nothing, so we're going to go with that. And then, of course, I think we all will agree, OBJ. Yeah. We're going to trade him. I don't have faith whatsoever in Baker, and he's not doing nothing right now. He had his fluke with the catches, 2 weeks in a row? He had good games?
Yeah, I mean, OBJ's flop or bust for the most part, but...
I mean, that guy's targets have, started going down. They fluctuate too high. There's a lot of places to throw on that team. It's just not looking good for him for the rest of the season. You're not going to get consistency out of him. Yeah. Not the way you want OBJ to give it to you.
So who would you do? You're going to trade Odell?
I'm going to trade Odell.
Okay.
I think, everyone's going to agree on this. I'm going to be starting Slayton, though. I feel like it's more consistent. They ain't doing nothing else but throwing to him in there. Who else do they have? Ingram, I guess?
Not really,
but I'd rather that. I want to sit on Claypool for a little bit and see what he can really do. This is the first season he's been here. Yeah, he's that explosive guy and everything like that. Ben loves him, as Jerome just said. But I want to see a little more consistency throughout the weeks, and then he'll get the start at least over these guys. And that's my take.
I can see people sitting Chase Claypool just for the fact they want to see more. But I'm looking at the past. He already had 3 games where he blew up, and 2 of them were back-to-back. And it's going to the next week, and I can see him blowing up again against Tennessee. So I'm going to start Chase Claypool. I'm going to trade Odell Beckham because, let's face it, it's Odell Beckham. And I'm going to sit Darius Slayton. That's what I'm going to do.
Next one. All right, we're going to go with the running backs right now. We're going to go with Adam right now. We're going to go with Kenyon Drake from Arizona. He's going against the Seahawks. We got Joe Mixon going against the Browns. And we got David Johnson, Houston, going against Green Bay. Start, sit, trade.
All right. I'm going to start Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon has been doing great work. I love this man. His numbers just keep going up and up. He's explosive. Breaks through tackles like all those other top running backs you got out there. I can see this man putting up numbers for you. I'm going to sit David Johnson. It was kind of a hard decision between these two to start or sit, in my opinion. I feel like they're both the same type of player and same type of running back. It's kind of just your option on who do you have more faith in, personally. And I'm trading Kenyon Drake. I do not like this man. I don't care what he put up last week. 20 rushes, 164 yards, and 2 touchdowns? That's not Kenyon Drake this season. That was the fluke game that's out of there that's just obscure and throws off your average.
Why was it the fluke game, though?
Yeah,
because they were playing Dallas.
Yeah. No, and I agree with you on that. I'm going to trade Kenyon Drake. They play Dallas. That team is destroyed. Everybody's hurt on that team. O-line's going to shit. Defense is going to shit. The quarterback is out for the year. We could all predict that the Cardinals were going to take a huge lead in the beginning and then just run the ball. So Drake had to get some points. So I'm going to trade Kenyon Drake. I think I'm going to start Joe Mixon. I like that matchup against Cleveland. It's the division matchup. I can see him stepping it up. David Johnson hasn't really been that consistent. Yeah, I'm going to sit David Johnson. What about you?
So I go with Mixon, starting, of course. As Adam said, he's doing great work to give him the ball. Record doesn't show it, but the number do in fantasy. David Johnson, once again, Big Ben said he's just not consistent with it. And then Drake, he's just not doing it. He's not doing it for me.
So who are you sitting? Were you sitting David Johnson or are you trading?
I'm going to sit David Johnson, and then I'm going to trade Drake.
Oh, okay. All right, so we all got the same thing.
Goodbye, Drake.
Goodbye, Drake. Adam, you next.
All right, for you, Benjamin, we have
Cue the music.
cue the music. It's gonna be some quarterbacks I'm gonna throw at you, if you don't mind.
Okay.
We have Aaron Rodgers versus Houston, Carson Wentz versus the Giants, and Matt Ryan versus the Lions. Start one, sit one, trade one.
Okay. I'm going to start Aaron Rodgers just for the fact I don't think that what's going to happen when he faced Tampa Bay, I don't think that's going to happen again. Houston doesn't have that great of a defense. I'm going to start Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to trade Matt Ryan. I can't help it. I just got to trade Matt Ryan. I know it hurts. He's a Falcons fan. I know.
The return of Julio.
I know the return of Julio, but I feel like Matt Ryan, he's I don't know about him. I just want to trade him. And I know that no one's going to trade me for Carson Wentz. So I feel like I got to sit Carson Wentz. I'm sure he's going to face the Giants. He's going to face the Cowboys. He's going to face the Redskins. So I'm assuming he's going to get somewhat of a good game out of those matchups. But with Ryan, I just feel like because of Julio coming back, I can see more people asking me for Ryan. So I'm going to trade Ryan. What about you? What do you think?
Big Ben, you heard me. All right. I'm going to start my guy, Matt Ryan.
Okay.
It's going against Detroit. Detroit's been doing good. A little bit on the defense, not too crazy. But Matt Ryan, once he gets hot, he's just keep going and going. I'm going to sit Aaron Rodgers. Just because I have him too, by the way. Just put that out there. Aaron Rodgers, he gave me one bad week. That's fine. Sit his ass. And Houston, they're just not producing right now. Like, they're not giving... Their defense is not, too good with it.
Letting go a lot of points.
Yeah. Wentz, trade him, a.k.a. release him. He's not doing nothing for me. They're going against the Giants. Clearly, you know how the Giants are going. That's why I'm going with this week. Good old Adam.
This one hits home a little bit. I'm going to be starting Rodgers again. I started him last week, and that was devastating for all of us.
4 points.
3.8 points.
3.8 points.
From your quarterback. So that's not him. He's going to rebound from that. Every other game this year so far has been giving you 30 points. His low game was, 28 or something like that? And I believe that was the game when Adams went down too. So, we are going to be benching Matt Ryan. Now, I hate Matt Ryan. I've said it so many times on this. Matty 2-2, I don't like you. Julio returning though, I'm going to ride that bandwagon. I'm going to stash him. I'd rather have him on the bench. I can't start him over Rodgers.
Yeah.
I'm trading Wentz. I don't want to have any Eagles on my team, to be honest with you. I'd rather not. I don't think he's going to be consistently putting up these kind of numbers. I feel like it's just going to keep going downhill the rest of the season.
I mean, you got to figure, though, with Carson Wentz, he's going against the Giants and the Washington football team and the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, he has to put up something. I mean, that's the way I think.
I feel like Rodgers and Ryan will definitely put up more than he would.
Mm-hmm. Big Poppy Crush, you ready for the next one?
Let's go.
All right. We're going to talk about tight ends. This is going to be a little tricky because I threw a little curveball here and there. Cue the music. So, we got Noah Fant going against Kansas City. We got Hunter Henry going against Jacksonville. And we got Darren Fells going against Green Bay. Start one, sit one, trade one.
To me, I think this is an easy one for me. I don't know about everybody else. Hunter Henry, I'm going to start. He's going against the Jaguars. Jaguar defense has not been doing nothing whatsoever. We're going to sit Darren Fells. He's going against Green Bay. Green Bay, their defense been up and down, but I feel like Fells is producing numbers. But at the end of the day, we're going to sit him. And then Noah Fant, we're going to trade him. He's doing decent numbers. I know me and you was talking. He's been putting up decent numbers, but I feel like it's like an up and down.
And Drew Lock's coming back too, though. So he's going to have his quarterback. We'll see what happens with that. Adam, what you think?
All right, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sitting Fant. I'm not going to be trading him away.
Okay.
As Ben just said, Drew Lock's coming back. This man has done well on this team as their tight end. He's been putting up those numbers. He's coming back from an injury, and I'd rather see him in that game back from this injury. So I'm going to have him on my bench. So this way, we'll figure out next week. I'm going to be starting Hunter Henry. The man does put up consistent enough numbers. I trust in the guy. He gets his yards. He makes something out of nothing from Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's low receptions but higher yardage for the amount of targets he's getting. So I'm going to go with him. And I'm going to be trading Fells. You trade high on that 20-point game or whatever he had this week.
Yeah.
I don't think it's consistent enough for him to stay on your thing. Trade high.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to start Noah Fant against Kansas City this week. I feel
Always
like
gambling.
I know. I love the gamble. And you know what? With Noah Fant, we've seen that he can produce big numbers. Even on a shitty team like the Broncos, which is not even a shitty team anymore because they beat the Patriots, Drew Lock is definitely going to show something. I can see it. So I'm going to start Noah Fant. I'm going to sit Hunter Henry against Jacksonville. I know that hurts a lot of people, but I just have a feeling about Noah Fant this week. I don't know why. I just do. And then I'm going to trade Darren Fells against Green Bay. I just feel like,
Green Bay's going to have a revenge game this week.
Yeah.
That was just the worst game I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Let's go. We're going to rock with running backs right now. So,
Cue the music.
Cue the music. We have Mike Davis from the Panthers going against the Saints. We have Melvin Gordon, Denver, going against Kansas City. And then we have Todd Gurley, ATL, going against Detroit. Start, trade, sit.
All right, I'm starting Mike Davis. This is another week. This is the 5th game consecutive that McCaffrey has missed. The man's going to get all the touches. He's going to be nothing once McCaffrey comes back, but he's not this week. I'm going to sit Todd Gurley. This man's always been reliable for me, to be honest. Like he's just that solid running back you want to have, but I'm not starting him over Mike Davis. That man's just a powerhouse. He's the good replacement for McCaffrey as far as now.
Can you just say you don't like Atlanta?
Yeah, right.
I don't like Atlanta.
Just say you don't like Atlanta.
Unless you're a receiver.
Yeah, maybe.
And I'm going to trade Gordon. Gordon is not that explosive player that, he has been in the past. It's just too low of numbers for me. Not enough carries, not enough yards on those carries. He's pretty much getting a lot of his yards from targets, which would be good for PPR, but it's not enough for you to want to play him.
Okay.
Not to mention, the dumbass got a DUI, so we don't know what the hell is going to happen.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Yeah, Broncos said they're not doing anything about it, but that doesn't mean the NFL can't.
Yeah. I'm going to start Todd Gurley against Detroit. And I tell you right now...
Hey, I kept Matt Ryan before, didn't I?
I'm going to tell you right now, Todd Gurley has to have the most quiet, good season in fantasy I've ever seen. He's getting overlooked, and Todd Gurley's consistently putting up great numbers in fantasy. Just look it up. I'm going to trade Mike Davis. I'm going to trade Mike Davis against New Orleans. Like you said, Christian McCaffrey's coming back, so why not trade him now for something
it's just
good?
for a play this week. It's not like it's permanent.
But then if he comes back,
he's not playing this week coming up.
I know he's not playing this week,
Yeah,
but
so I'm starting fucking Mike Davis.
I feel like I'm going to trade him and I'm going to sit Melvin Gordon. Give him another week to rest from that hangover.
Good riddance, then.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
What about you, Big Poppy Crush?
So we already know who I'm starting. We're going to start Todd Gurley, ATL. I'm sorry. Atlanta hater over here. But he's going against Detroit. Once again, if you look at the numbers going on this season, he is putting low-key great numbers up. I have faith in him, especially against Detroit. I'm going to sit Mike Davis. I feel like we should have him. Especially, you said McCaffrey's coming back when?
Probably week 9.
Week 9?
Yeah.
Something like that.
9.
Sit him. Get what you can. Trade Melvin Gordon. I'm sorry. I'm a big Melvin Gordon fan, too. I like him. But I just think, just with Denver going on and everything, with the DUI, and I think he should be doing more as the running back, but this year has just been, up and down with him.
Yeah.
So I would say trade, see what you can get.
I never thought I'd see the day Gordon becomes touchdown dependent.
Right?
Yeah.
For him being start worthy, he's touchdown dependent.
Yeah.
Everything he scored, he had what? 2 touchdowns? 1 touchdown this season so far?
Melvin Gordon hasn't had a breakout game yet.
No. And it doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
He did tear ACL last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
So he's slowly, but...
It was last year, bro. Get it up.
Get it up. All right, we got one more for you guys. Adam.
All right, I'm going to go with an interesting one. We got your low-end wide receivers. So you ready for this? Cue the music. We have Cole Beasley versus the Jets. Michael Gallup versus Washington. Jerry Jeudy versus Kansas City. Start one, sit one, trade one.
Oh, man,
Toughy, right?
I want to start Cole Beasley so bad because he's going against the Jets, but I'm not going to start Cole Beasley. I'm going to start Michael Gallup. I just feel like he's been making play after play, catch after catch. It's kind of hard not to start him, especially against Washington, because Washington's not going to put up points. I'm going to sit Jerry Jeudy just because he's basically the number one target on the Broncos right now. So I'm not going to trade him away. I want to see with Drew Lock coming back. I want to see what's going on with it. See that chemistry build up. And then, sadly, I'm going to trade Cole Beasley. I love the matchup, though. If you have Cole Beasley, start him. I'm not telling you to trade him. Start him. But in this scenario, I'm going to have to trade him because I don't want to trade Jerry Jeudy right now. What about for you?
Okay. Well, I'm starting Jerry Jeudy. Like I said, Locke is coming back. He's doing good. Hands are very good. Kansas City defense is decent, but I feel like mark my words, he's going to at least score at least one touchdown. We're going to sit Gallup. It's just good to have. Washington isn't a good team. Their defense is not that good, even though they have that stud. What's his name? Chase Young.
Yeah.
He's a stud, but I would just sit him. And then once again, I do agree with you with Beasley, trade Beasley. I have no use for him, but once again, Ben said they are playing against the Jets.
If you have to start Beasley, I would say start him.
That's an option. If you
have to start him, I wouldn't be like, oh man, am I worried? He's going to get catches.
You have to start him. There's no choice, is there?
No, I'm just saying, you shouldn't be worried. Is
You
what
have
I'm trying
to do
to say.
this, but remember, it's a choice.
Yeah.
But with the lineup that we have right here, like I said, I would trade him.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
What about for you?
I'm going to be starting Cole Beasley. What? He seems like Allen's solid target guy. He has that slot thing going on for him. He's been playing with the foot injury for the last 3 weeks. He's been questionable the last 3 weeks. Doesn't seem to have bothered him. He hasn't missed a step. He's got 12 plus points a game. That's your wide receiver 3 right there. He's a solid wide out 3. I'm going to sit Jerry Jeudy. I still have faith in this man. He's new blood on that team. I can see more production coming out of him. And I'm going to be trading Michael Gallup. I know they're going against the Washington football team. I hate saying that.
Yeah, I do too.
And it's like it seems like the Cowboys are in a downhill slump right now. I don't know what's going to shake them out of it. It definitely wasn't Dalton stepping in over Dak. If Dak was still starting, his ankle was fine and everything like that, Gallup would have been starting.
Yeah. No,
Other than that, I'm going to be trading him. I don't feel like it's going to get the same production value as before this all happened.
I can see someone thinking like that.
So that's where I go with that, trading Gallup.
Guys, that's going to wrap it up today. We just started Sit 'em Trade on week 7. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. If you have any questions, let us know. This is why we're here. But until next time, we are the Fantasy Goods, and we got the goods.